Hello degenerates, today we're going to be talking about the game everyone is comparing to Honkai Star Rail for no fucking reason because it's completely different, and that is Higan Eruthyll. Now, I'm not going to be talking about gameplay because you probably already saw a lot of videos about that and people with sponsored videos. I'm not sponsored, so I can talk shit about the game all I want. I'm going to be talking mostly about the negative aspects that I think the game has, and then the positives, because I think it has a couple of things. Actually, I'm going to start with the positive ones. The roster of characters is super good looking. I really like the animations on the characters and the ultimates, and I like that the cast is not super big right now on launch. There's only 31 characters, I believe, which I appreciate. Now, I've been playing for less than a week on the SIA server, and I've gotten 3 SSRs, all the SR and all the R units. In this game, I actually appreciate as well that R units are usable. So the best healer in the game is this guy right here, which is an SR unit. And early game, the best healer is actually an R unit, Asa here, this husbando. I really like how the combat plays and feels, but I dislike everything else. So let's talk about that. You know how a lot of gachas will have a banner for characters and a banner for weapons. This game has that too, which I dislike a lot, but not only because you need to pull for a weapon, but because in this game, it's these 3 right here. You need to pull for 3 different weapons. This is the weapon system. This is where you will get your bonus set, like the equipment engaging impact, right? And you actually, when you go into the gacha here, you will have separate banners for that, but you will not get 3 pieces every time you do a single. You will get just 1, and the PT, it's only for 1. So you actually, if you were to pull on the rate up weapon, which is this one right here, and you go to the pull info, you have a 2% chance of getting any of these 3. And when you get to that 2%, if you were lucky enough to get an SSR play card, it's a 90% to be in this one. And you need the 3 cards, not 1. And PT it's at 120, meaning you will need almost 400 pulls in order to get the 3 guaranteed pieces if you are unlucky. That is just awful in my opinion. So I really hate pulling for weapons. I think I've said this like 1,000 times already. Can I do a pull? So I mean, I'm not going to be playing after this, so just let's do a pull here. Okay, so you can see how the animation looks. I really like the animation. So you will draw your own constellation. Let's do this right, for example, and let's see if we get anything good. You will pulsate and change colors. So obviously there's a lot of sets and a lot of things that you will need for your characters. If you get dupes, you will get this currency that you can then exchange in the shop, and then this is the currency for the PT. I really dislike that, and that's one of the reasons I'm not going to be playing when the game actually releases. Now, the second thing that I hate in this game, and I think it's super bad done, it's the stamina. So you get, or I have right now, you see I'm level 50 almost, yeah, 48, and I have 127 stamina. You need 20 per level on the campaign. You almost don't have enough stamina to complete your dailies. That is absolutely bullshit. Now, something I also completely hate about combat is combat penalty. So if you are a little bit below combat power requirement, you will lose unless you are a whale and you obviously have a really good equipment and characters. But you, as a pretty good player with SR and R units, maybe 1 SSR, are fucked, because this game is not reroll friendly. It's actually a pain to reroll. That's another reason I don't really like this game. I already hate it on Nike, but on Nike, the more you advance, the less it matters. In this game, it's the opposite. The more you advance, the moment you hit that combat power deficit, you are in trouble, because you will probably not be able to complete those levels. And it's a pity, because I really like the character design here, and I think it's super good looking. Now, that said about why I don't like combat or the gacha system in this game, let's talk about the shop, because that's actually a big part for any gacha game, sadly, but that's the reality. So let's go to shop. There are 2 things that I really dislike. I think prices for most of the stuff are standard, right? But now let's go into the monthly card, and there's something pretty interesting. First thing you'll notice is there are 2 versions of the monthly card. I don't like this, but whatever. But the second one, the one that's $20 per month, not only has cosmetics, but it will also have unlock exclusive eternal shop. So you pay in order to be able to pay more, because there are more packs in here that you can buy, and also some free stuff that you will get every 7 days. Yep, and this one as well, which costs only 1 of the premium currency, which you will always have. I think having a shop behind premium users on a gacha game already, it's scummy. The other thing I really don't like about this game is, so the outfits cost 2,250. Now that is $40. Let's go to top up here. As you can see, the first time it's only going to be 30, the first time you buy a skin. But if you were to buy 2 skins, the second time you need to buy this pack and the one that's $10. $40 for a skin. What are you smoking, my friends? Even if they are decent looking, because the 2D art is nice, no L2D animations, by the way, and the 3D, it's pretty still pretty good models and the outfit overall is pretty cute, but this is not worth $40. Same with this one, pretty good looking, no L2D animations. You go to the 3D, pretty cool change, right? She has a wedding dress, but still $40. So yeah, I don't think that's fair. I think the Eternal shop is bullshit, and I think the outfits are even worse than Nike. And Nike already has really bad outfits. And now lastly, my last complaint, and that is the soft launch. You do a soft launch where you give benefits to the people that are on the selected regions. I think that's always bad. Now, I understand as a business why you're doing it. I don't agree, but I understand. You want to test things on SIA countries to see how good the game will do on Korea and Japan, and you want to test things on Canada to see how good the game will do on the United States. Some companies will do the same in Europe. They will test maybe on Germany to see how good it will do on the rest, but overall that's the strategy, which again I understand. I just don't agree with it. I think it's a bad move. Even worse when you are deciding to launch the same month as the game everyone is comparing you to, which I think it's an unfair comparison. I said this at the start of the video. Honkai Star Rail and Higan Eruthyll are two different games, like completely different. Now I think this could be a great side game if you are not looking for anything serious, but on my case it's going to be a pass. I will try to keep playing a couple days. When the normal server releases, I will leave this account and create a new one. If I get lucky and I get a couple of characters that I like, I might stick with it, but I'm not spending any money for now, and I will not cover this on my channel. So yeah guys, if you like this type of content where we dive into the good and bad things of the game, we release the Patreon to help funding not only the development of the website where we have multiple tools for games, but also to help funding these types of videos where we can actually speak what we really think about it without needing to depend on sponsorships. Hope it was useful, and see you in the next one.